guys, it is Lix, and today I'll be doing a real-time video along with a Q&A session from the questions that you guys asked me in my I Need Your Questions video. Also, the character that I'll be coloring in this video is a revamped version of my OC Lix because I wanted to give her like a whole new outfit and look and everything, so yeah. Also, at the time of this recording, I thought that it'd be cool to include my phone in the frame because I was listening to music from my phone, but now that I look back on it, it's quite distracting and I'm really sorry if I can't crop it out because I didn't want the video quality to suffer. Okay, anyways, let's get right into the Q&A, which I have divided up into two parts, personal questions and also art-related questions. Okay, so to start off the Q&A, I actually got a series of pretty general questions asking me how old am I, where I am from, am I into photography, and any pets. So to answer that, I am currently 18 years old. I was born in 1998 and I will turn 19 in September of this year. I am originally from China, a city called Guangzhou or Guangzhou. I moved to California when I was 7 and I currently live in the Bay Area, so yeah. And I used to be really into photography when I was younger, especially like 6th grade, 7th grade, because my mom bought me a camera for Christmas and I would just take pictures of anything and everything, so yeah. And as for pets, I currently have a Siamese slash domestic short hair mixed cat. Her name is Xiaoyun and means little cloud in Chinese. She's actually right next to me right now, just like staring at the sunrise because it's like 6 a.m. and I'm filming. I don't know what I'm doing. And I do realize that some of the questions are duplicates, so I will not be answering questions that I have answered previously. Okay, so next question is, do you like cosplaying? Can we be art acquaintances or friends? What animes are you into, genres, and do you have any recommendations? So this is actually a pretty funny slash interesting question. I do like cosplaying. I cosplay every year at Fanime and sometimes Cherry Blossom Festival, which is actually today, and I should get ready soon to go out and cosplay, but I actually have a picture of my Memma cosplay from last year, which I'm gonna put on screen like right about now. And yeah, sorry the face is black because I'm not doing a face reveal yet, but yeah, I do cosplay and I really like it. So next question is about being art acquaintances or friends. I'm really open to meeting new people and making new friends, so that's not a problem at all, but it's just kind of awkward when people ask me that because I feel like you don't become friends just through a single question. So yeah, just feel free to talk to me or DM me or anything, really. Comment on my videos and I'll usually reply and get back to you on that. Next question is what animes am I into? That's actually a really hard question for me because I can never think of stuff on the spot, but I'll tell you what genres I like. So I really like psychological thrillers and also romance, mystery, and slice of life. So yeah, those are the ones that I tend to watch on my own accord. And as for recommendations, I'm probably just gonna nerd out here, but I'm a huge Psycho-Pass fan, so if you like psychological thrillers or just mind games or, I don't know, good plot in general, go watch it, it's really good. And next, we have a few random questions. This one is asking me what's my favorite flavor of ice cream, and I have to say either French vanilla or mint chocolate chip. And next question is, what was the worst or most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? And I have to say, it's probably the time in middle school during PE that I accidentally ran into the boys' locker room thinking it was the gym. And then after I like walked in like maybe like 10 feet or something, like I realized I wasn't in the right place and I had to like run out. So yeah, that's not really that embarrassing, but I can't think of anything right now, so yeah. Okay, and the last two questions are both MapleStory related, so I'll just answer them both in one go. So the first question asks, do I have any fond memories of playing MapleStory? Oh boy, do I. The entirety of my summer break in 6th grade was just completely consumed by MapleStory. Like I played about like 12-15 hours a day and it was just so much fun I couldn't stop. Like I had like an actual addiction thing going on. But yeah, I had a lot of fond memories just waking up at like 3 p.m, getting on, chatting with friends, and then like grinding until like 6 a.m. or something like that, so yeah. The next question is, I'm assuming, asking me if I still play GMS now and what is the highest level I ever achieved. So to answer that question, I actually quit GMS back in 7th or 8th grade because I couldn't keep up with all the classes and new content that was coming out. So before Big Bang happened, I think I was around like 118 and then I stopped around 130 or 140 shortly after. However, I did go back to GMS for about a month last summer, and I was just really surprised at how much like the game has changed and the community as well. And during that month, I was able to hit 180 or 190, so it's definitely different from the private server that I play right now, which is a low rates, pretty big bang private server. It's called Maple Legends, and I really like it. So yeah, the highest level that I've achieved is probably like 190, but that's like post big bang, so I don't know if you count that. And as for other games that I play, I used to play a little bit of Dragon Nest and Terra maybe a year or 2 years ago, but the only game that I play other than the private server, the Maple Story private server, is Osu. And I really like Osu because it's really skill based and it's not like pay to win or anything. So yeah, I play Osu and that's about it. So now moving on to the art related questions. There's a lot of duplicates in these questions as well, so please don't be sad if I don't pick your question. It's probably because somebody else has asked it and I have answered it. So okay, let's get right into it. So the first question is, when did I start to draw and what is my favorite art medium? And oh, thank you, I love you too. So I started drawing in 6th grade in like anime style, I guess, and before that I had doodled when I was like, you know, in grade school and like kindergarten and stuff, but I never did it because I liked it. It was more like I just did it because I had nothing to do. So yeah. And as for my favorite art medium, I think I'd still have to say digital because I just work a lot better in digital and like it's just much easier for me to produce something of the same quality in digital than traditional. Next question is, do you ever deal with art block? And if so, what do you do? For me, art block is actually kind of weird. I don't get like the standard type of art block that artists usually get. Like, there's never been a moment in my life where I just could not draw anything at all. It's more like I run low on motivation, and when that happens, I just kind of don't want to do anything, like not even just art, like I don't want to do anything at all. So when that happens, I usually just kind of try to remotivate myself by either looking at my old work or just other artists' drawings and stuff. It's also really helpful to think about the future, like where do you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, and once you have like set those kind of goals for yourself, it's really motivating to continue to work on whatever skill set that you're working on. And the next question is, what was your worst artwork? And this question I feel like is super subjective in the sense that everyone's definition of good and bad or like worst and best is different. But for me, I guess if I had to choose, it would probably be this drawing from 6th grade that I made on MS Paint. I'll put it up right now, and it's just, I don't know, I laugh when I see it, but it's pretty bad, so I hope that you guys get a good laugh out of it. And continuing on, next question is, when did you realize that you like to watercolor/do art? I think for watercolors, I actually realized it quite recently when I took a watercolor course at my college in the fall. Sorry, that's my cat. And I really liked it and I learned so much from it, so I felt like I really had a thing for watercolor, like a knack for watercolor. But as for art in general, I realized that in 7th grade when I quit Maple Story and I would just draw every single day, like for like 6-8 hours on the computer during the summer. So yeah. So next question is, what is your favorite thing to draw? And I think my current favorite thing to draw is definitely portraits, like painting a face or like expressions and stuff, because it's just so much fun, and most of the stuff in the drawing, like the center focal point of any drawing is usually the face if there's a person in it. So yeah, I like drawing portraits and painting portraits. I also like, I'm trying to get better at drawing hair, so I've been working on that a bit and it still hasn't improved much, but I also like drawing hair because hair has lots of detail as well. And next is, how do you get over the moment where you don't know how to start on a piece once you know what you're painting/drawing? I always start with either the head or the eyes. Like, it's just something that I do. It's like a habit almost now. So I don't know, I'm not quite sure what your question is asking, but if you need a place to start, I would just always recommend sketching out the entire skeleton of the body or just starting with the head. Like that's what I usually do. And next, oh boy, this is a really good question. I don't have a really good answer for it, but the question is, how did you find your style and how do I find my own? So I've actually watched quite a few of other videos by other YouTube artists that discuss this problem of style. And what I've kind of gathered from it is that if you keep drawing what you like and what appeals to you, your style will naturally form around that. Like, style shouldn't be something that's forced. It should actually come quite naturally to you, or you can like try to change your style in a way that you want it to be. Like, it shouldn't be like something that you're stressing over or something that like really bothers you in a way that you can't produce art anymore. I think what I would recommend for people who want to find their own style is just to get exposure to lots of different styles and different things that you like. And the thing to remember is that you can have more than one style. You can have like as many styles as you want. So it's not something that is set in stone. It's something that can change with time and something that you can change yourself too. So yeah. Next question is, do you have any tips for someone switching from traditional to digital, like using a drawing tablet that has no display? I think for me, the thing that helped a lot when I switched from drawing on paper with pencil to drawing digitally with a tablet and pen was just like hours upon hours of practicing. Like, you can't get used to it at first, but within like a few weeks, it should become more and more natural to you. And next question is, would you consider doing a video on your art supplies? And yes, I would actually really love to do that. I'm planning on it for next month or this month, but I just haven't got around to like actually figuring out how the video layout is going to be and how I'm going to actually, like just do the video in general. So yeah, thank you for that question. And as for the next question, would you ever like to upload videos related to something other than arts? I think probably not, because I want to stay consistent with my content on this channel. So the closest I'll get to something not art is probably like picture videos or animations, but as for like vlogs or like, I don't know, makeup tutorials, that kind of stuff, I'm probably never going to step my foot in. So yeah. And the next question is actually the last of the video related questions. She asks us, where do you get your music for your videos? And I used to look for instrumental covers of, or like off vocal covers on Nico Nico Doga for some Vocaloid songs that I like, but recently I've noticed that I can get away with using like MapleStory BGM, which is really nice because I actually like the music from MapleStory a lot. So yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for. And finally, we are down to our last two questions, which are both marker related. So the first one is 3 marker challenge XP. Actually, I do plan on doing a 3 marker challenge soon because I bought another set of Copics, so I have 2 sets of Copic chows now. And that feeds into the next question, which is how many Copics do I have? I think I have somewhere around 88 Copics, like that's including the colorless blender and also the skin tones I bought and also the set I got back in middle school. So yeah, around 88 now that I do the math. And it's funny how that works out because that is the last question. So yes, your question was the last question. And oh man, answering all these questions actually took a lot less time than I thought it would because I still have 8 minutes of footage left. So I think I'll just probably make this into this latter half of the video into a speed paint, so it's less boring to watch, I guess. But also, if you guys want me to clarify any questions that I've answered or actually just have any other questions for me, please drop me a comment down below and I'll definitely get back to you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.